Hey everybody, Mark here again. We're going to look at some motivated seller properties in the MLS. I'm going to show you how to search it on our website real quick, especially for you folks out there looking for a deal, right? And some are potential deals, some are overpriced. And again, it's very important for you as an agent or as a seller of a house to make sure your agent doesn't overprice the house. Now, if you're telling the agent you want to list at a certain price, then initially the blame is you. It goes on you. You just have to accept it. It is what it is. You didn't want to listen to your agent. Maybe you listened to Bob down the road or Nancy on the next street over. But just keep in mind that, comping a house, doing a CMA or price comparison in the villages is very simple compared to other cities because a lot of these homes are the same, just called different names eventually over time. But, the same model, slightly upgraded here and there, okay? And it's very easy to really figure out the comp on a house. But motivated sellers, a lot of these tend to be overpriced with the word motivated in there. Now, some of them may be bogus, right? The agent just might use it as a sales ploy. I'm not sure, okay? I'm just saying that because I'm sure agents have used that before. But at the same time, if you're looking for a motivated seller home, I'm going to show you how to search it. I'm not going to do home tours. I'm going to pull some of these up, and we're going to take a look as to why we think it's going to be motivated. Okay, but first thing you're going to do, go up here to this tab, buyer, buy a home, click all inventory right there. Now what I want you to do, I want you to go over here to this more tab. See this? Click more. You're going to get a bunch of stuff. Now what I want to do is I want to click active. I don't care about pending or under contract. I want stuff I can actually buy. Purchase, make sure you go to sale. Okay? Then all the way down below here, about halfway down your page, you'll see this keyword. Okay? Go in here, type in motivated. Hit enter. And you're going to see a bunch pop up here, okay? And then let's get out of that. And here's our 25 supposedly motivated sellers. Now, don't get me wrong. There are probably way more motivated sellers than this is showing, just because most people don't want you to know they're motivated. The neighbors can get nosy. They don't want you to know that, maybe you just need to sell real quick. Maybe you're having financial problems. Maybe you're having family problems, whatever. Really, it's none of your business, and they don't have to publish that. So some agents, they'll put it in here, but, with permission. I don't post motivated seller in the comments without the seller's permission. It's their privacy. I want to make sure I maintain it. But I will tell you, if you are motivated and you haven't told your agent, make sure you tell your agent. Slightly important to know. If you're behind on payments, slightly important for us to know, okay? If in 3 months you're not going to be able to make your next payment, very important to know, because we have to know how motivated you truly are. And in 3 months, if you can't make a payment, we better get aggressive on pricing, okay? If we have the margin to do it, the equity, right? So all these things are really important for you when you're selling a house. Let's look at these. This is for people who are looking for a deal, maybe. See a couple more here down below. Like I was looking at this one here. They finally marked that down, but not lately. Let's look at this one. This one's I did a review on this one. I didn't mind this house because it had the golf cart garage, but it's kind of small. It's 1,200 square feet. 2 bed, 2 bath for $425. It's a nice house. It's got a nice little area in here. It's pretty. It's sitting at $353 a square foot. Okay. And price reduced, motivated sellers, location, location, location. Obviously not, because nobody's buying it. But they did have an expanded lanai. They have an extra 400 square feet of lanai space, but I don't think that warrants the price that they're asking. Me personally, this is my opinion. Okay. So if you look here, they listed on 419 at 449. They're down to 425, but that was what? That's 3 months ago almost. So how motivated are these people? Maybe they can't go down anymore, right? That's a possibility. Now they've done some things to it. It does have, a nice corner lot. But what did they pay on this? $246.7, right? Back in 19. Now I know prices have gone up on this house, okay? Just based on COVID, but prices have been coming back down. they're restructuring the pricing in all these houses all over Florida and other states around the country, everywhere actually. And prices are coming back down. They're readjusting, and just due to lack of demand and high interest rates, and the fact that affordability is way down. I mean, look at this house. $2,800 a month. Estimated payment. Okay, and what this person paid for this house, I mean, they're nowhere near that. So for them, if they're truly motivated, I don't really see how that's the case based on what they're pricing this home at. But again, maybe they'll get it, but it looks like as of right now, going on 3 months, 4 months in almost, they're not getting what they're wanting, and they've come down $25K. So what else we got on here? Let's get out of that. This one's $529. Which one's this? There's another one with the golf cart garage. I may have done this review on this one too. This one's been on the market for a little while. This is 2,000 square foot, but this has a really tiny backyard, I think. Last time I looked at the photo, let's just see the backyard real quick. I think the backyard was really tiny. Yeah. Yeah, this one's tough. It's a veranda, right? So you do have that privacy fence, but you have a really small backyard. And that's another problem with this property. What would you rather have? This house with a tiny yard, or that courtyard villa I showed you for $463 with a water view, right? And a beautiful fence yard. And so this one here is sitting at $277 a square foot. Okay, here we are. And look at the price changes on this baby. So $560. I mean, they're down what, $30K. Going on, geez, they listed this back in March of this year when snow was still flying here in New York. And you're looking at another month. It's now August 1st. So you're looking at 5 months and counting. And these are part of the problems some of these people are running into with their houses. If they're motivated, we want to know why. Let's see what they paid for it, right? Let's paste that. There it is. And where'd they pay? So they paid $428 for this in 2022. Now, what I tell you about buying a home in 2022 in the Villages, that the beginning of 2022 was its peak. Its peak. And this was a newer home, so maybe they got a better deal, but the bond was probably higher. And that's my guess. Okay, but if you look at this house, right now they're down to $529. If they're paying let's say they pay 5% commission, that's going to be $25K. They're down to $500, and they're right now at $428.6 for a purchase price plus closing costs. Let's add another 10 grand on there just to be safe. So they're at $440. So you can see that the margins are being pinched. And what do you do? I mean, as a realtor, what are you going to do? The only thing you can really do, just based on when they bought this house, is mark it down, because you have a ton of competition for this model down in the newer sections of the Villages. The builders, hurting these people tremendously. Builders build. That's what they do. I'm not saying they do it on purpose, but that's what they do. They build, and this house is sitting about $3,500 a month at the current rates of around 6.5% to 7%. Tough position to be in. Very tough position. Let's see another one. This one here, $320. I think I did a review on this one too. 1,392 square foot, sitting about $2,100 a month in payment. $320, 3 beds, 2 bath. Right? It's been on the market almost 180 days. Price reduction. Sellers added new stainless steel kitchen. Probably wasn't a good idea. Painting some rooms with a natural color, and had the garage walls and floor painted. Yeah, I remember doing this review. One thing as a seller, let me tell you, in a market that is declining, reversing, and it's not a good, if you're going to throw paint into a house, it's probably not going to change much. Don't get me wrong. They probably shouldn't be doing all these updates. They probably would be better off not doing the updates, but marking the house now. So they're trying to do the updates, keep the price high. Hopefully they get it. That rarely works. Rarely works unless you rehab the whole house, right? But even then, I probably wouldn't rehab this house just based on the square foot and the size. And you just can't go all out on these things. So if you look here, you're looking at, this was listed when? February of this year for $335. They're only down to $320. They'd be down further if they didn't throw extra stuff in there, right? And they have some competition. Again, the builder, and I've seen a lot of these homes being listed recently at this 1,400 square foot range. More competitive and probably in better shape. Just look at the inside out of curiosity. Yeah, it's got that tiny little island. It's not bad. It's clean. You can tell whoever was there took, cleaned it up very well, if not took care of it. But for that 320 mark, you could probably find something down in the newer sections, or even Dabney, for that matter. So the best thing you can do on this is mark it down and try to get rid of it. It's 180 days on the market. That's at the bit. What'd they pay for this? Let's find out. All right. So what'd they pay for this? $169 in 2006. Okay. So I'm assuming this house is paid. So again, how motivated are these people, right? And maybe family. Maybe they family painted it, cleaned it up, just trying to sell it, get out of it. But again, how motivated is someone when they keep this house at 320 when it's dated? It's an '06 house, right? Let's keep going. I'm interested in looking at a couple of these $1 million ones, because I know one of them's been sitting for a while. I love the house, but I'm kind of wondering why. I haven't been in it. But I do have a client that has been looking at it. But this one here, I did a review on this one too, like 2-3 months ago, probably a couple months ago at least. It dropped the price 26 grand. We don't know when, but it's sitting at 1.150. They've come, there you go. They've come down, what, 100 grand in the last, they listed it in February. It is now 8-1, going on 6 months on the market soon. It's up near Lake Meona. But it's a pretty house. I love the palm trees. They were gorgeous. I remember this property. It's nice. It's got vaulted ceilings, crown molding, beautiful floors. But again, and this had this beautiful kitchen too. This is an expensive kitchen. Let's see the lanai though. And it had a nice lanai. It wasn't the biggest one. It had a small yard, but it did have this in here. It had an enclosed portion of the lanai. Yeah. So this house is beautiful. And the kitchen, I believe, and the cabinets here in the bath were all redone. But if you look, 1.150, 3 beds, 3 full bath, 4,100 square foot, currently sitting at $279 a square foot. It's built in '07, right? And it's got a new roof, motivated seller. So, what'd they pay for this? Let's look. $770,000 they paid for, and asking. They spent some money in this house, so I remember. I'm looking at 1.150. They paid $770 plus closing costs in 2021 at the peak. So they sunk some bucks into here. So again, how motivated are they going to be? The market's kind of reversing a little bit in some of these things. All right, let's look at 1.2 million. Well, I've done the review on this one too. It's a pretty house. As well, it's been on the market 238 days, sitting at $283 a square foot. 4 beds, 3 full baths on this one. This one's had a ton of markdowns. So they started at 1.495 or 1.5 million. They're down to 1.2 million. So they're down 300K on this. 817 Evans. 300K. It's a beautiful house inside. I think I like the furniture in this house. Yeah, they had beautiful chandeliers, beautiful lighting. Yeah. This was a nice house. It had a beautiful dining room table. That's too bad. But again, I think what happens with this one, it's the yard. At this price, it's a beautiful neighborhood too. But location, location, location. Everybody screams it. But then again, if you're not too far from your neighbor, don't have a pool, at this price, it can be tough. So what they pay for this one? 817 Evans. That was previous picture. They paid 720 and 18. So, I mean, personally, unless they spent a ton of money updating this, which I'm assuming they may have, because this is an '06 build. Okay, you're not going to spend 720, ask for 1.150, and not sink some money in it. So let's say they sunk a couple $100,000 into it. They're up to 920 potentially, plus closing costs. Let's say they're up to 940. They're at 1.150. They're sitting at about 200 grand profit, paying their realtor probably 4%, right? So that adds up. And those numbers scare me actually. So you're getting close. Margins are thin when you get in that price range sometimes because everything else costs that much more money to fix. Let's just look, see what else is going on here. You're going to have a lot more up north, obviously, in the older sections. Here's one here. Patio Villa for $262. Says here motivated. $13,000 price improvement. Prices sell quickly. It's 296 days in the market, so obviously not. Bond paid, fabulous location, no homes directly behind it. 2-2 Patio Villa, the village of Ivy Stone, bond paid again. No kissing lanai here, no carpet. Roof in 22, HVAC in 21, 22. The home has so many pearls to offer. New owner must sell, scheduled today. Motivated seller, man. Again, this has been on the market 300 something days. How motivated are they? They've come down what? 37,000. 262. Again, you got a huge amount of competition down in the newer sections with younger homes, updated styles, updated countertops, cabinets, all that stuff. So this is part of the problem. When you actually say you're motivated, but it's not priced to be motivated. Let's take a look. And everybody has their own reasons why, okay? I'm not bashing out. Yeah, I'm on the wrong website, so we're not going to look that one up. Different county. All right, what else we got? This one over here, mobile homes. I mean, some of these are nice, but $262. What's this? $333, $425, $440. Champions Golf Course. Let's see. Oh, it's a pretty house. Nobody behind you. Great lot. Yeah, I remember this one. It's like, it was on the golf course, but there's no view. Well, there's a little bit. You have a ton of trees right here. With a little fence there, too. All right, so why isn't this sold yet? This has been on the market 130 days. I think I reviewed this one, too. $549 down to $439. Holy cow, 110 grand off. Woo! Agents need to be very, very careful pricing homes. Very careful. You're pushing the boundaries when you see that much price droppage. It's been on for a long time. How much? $324. So last March 24th, right? So you're looking at right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going on 5 months. Down 110K in 5 months. Still no action. It's not pending, right? No. Wow. It's too bad. I mean, it's a nice view. Probably a nice home inside. You know, pretty basic. But again, it's vinyl siding. Older style. Yeah, it's got a golf view. But again, what would you rather pay? Would you rather pay $439 for this? Or I did a video earlier today for a courtyard villa. It was beautiful. For $440 something, and then I did another one day before, a quick tour. That one was $463, but it had a beautiful water view, courtyard villa. So a little bit more money. You have a relatively brand new house on the water, and this is, don't get me wrong, it's on the golf course, but you can't really see the golf course. So somebody needs to go back there with a chainsaw and cut these trees down. So again, I would take this. I'm not on the right website. Go in here, see what they pay for it, see where they're at. But this thing says they're motivated, right? Motivated. Bring all offers. Bond pay. Turnkey and golf course view. Motivated seller. Motivated. How motivated? Down to 110 grand. Let's see what else. And again, I'm not taking advantage of anybody's bad luck, okay, or anybody's motivation. I'm just saying a lot of people say they're motivated, but sometimes they're just not as motivated as you think. Okay, so 1.21 million. What's this one? 280. Little patio villa. Another one. There you go. 51 days on the market. Like a patio villa is being beat up by the Village's new build. Built in 2010. Motivated seller, bond paid. 2-2 Colonial. Colony patio villa in Village of Pennicamps. Mangrove Villas. The recently painted interior. So again, no bond. HVAC in 22. It's not too far from Brownwood. It's a good location. So this one started out again at 302. Back in June. It's now August. You're going through the busy season because people are all buying right now. Sitting at 280 and no action. Is still active. So this is a way for you to go in here and just take a look. And go here to the, again, go in here, this more section. Go down below into keyword. Type in motivated. So I just want you to know how motivated are these sellers truly motivated. And how well do the agents truly understand how motivated they are? I mean, some of these houses are empty. If not majority of them are empty. They're not living there. So they want to get rid of it. They have to be aggressive. The agent needs to say, you need to be aggressive if you want this baby sold. You got to remember, every single month it costs you money to sit on an empty house. And it probably is costing you anywhere between $500 to $1,000 a month. Now, some people may say, oh, Mark, cut the you-know-what. It does not cost me $500 a month. Well, by the time you have insurance, you may have a mortgage. Taxes, definitely. Okay. Then you have upkeep, because eventually some of these homes are older. They're going to need more upkeep. Even on new homes after a year, they may need upkeep. So you just have maintenance. You have a bunch of stuff going on. You have potential vandalism. Not saying that happens a lot in the Villages at all, but it is a potential, crazy neighbors. So there's a lot of things you have to be wary about when looking as a motivated seller, leaving your house empty, overpricing it, and not really pricing it to your motivation. Okay. So anyways, this is just a way for you to go on here and search real quick for motivated sellers. Come in here and take a look. Again, go up here to the Villages, Florida, buy a home, all inventory. Go over here to the more section, pick and go down here to the keyword spot where it says keyword right here and type in motivated and you'll be able to sell. Go on here too, download our Village, go to the buy a home, download our Villages map. Brand new map here. I got a little video, shows you how to use it. But it's all color coded and you click on a village and it'll open up that map. Now, don't worry about filling out this form if on a mobile phone. It may or may not let you download it on a mobile phone. They have a lot more security. But you're going to get a welcome email from us. The link will be in the email. Okay? So everybody have an awesome day. I hope to see you soon. In the Villages, I'll be there this Saturday or Sunday. And everybody have a rockin' day, and we'll talk to you soon.